Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Vilayat is here today with a new topic, and that is difference between kinds and types of sentences. Students, it will be a new knowledge for many of you because many students get confused between kinds and types of sentences. बहुत सारे students इसको same समझते हैं. But there are some main differences between kinds of sentence and types of sentence, and today we are going to discuss about those differences. So let's start. Students, first have a look at kinds of sentence. Kinds of sentence means classification of sentences according to its sense or meaning. सेंटेंसेस की वो क्लासिफिकेशन जो हम उसके सेंस के हिसाब से या उसके मीनिंग के हिसाब से करते हैं, दैट क्लासिफिकेशन इज नोन एज काइंड्स ऑफ सेंटेंस. अब सेंस के हिसाब से क्लासिफाई करने का मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है कि जो सेंटेंस आपने लिखा है उस सेंटेंस में कोई सवाल पूछा गया है, उस सेंटेंस में कोई सडन फीलिंग्स और इमोशंस शो किए गए हैं, और उस सेंटेंस में कोई गुड और बैड विश शो किए गए हैं. सो इफ यू आर क्लासिफाइंग द सेंटेंस according to that way, so that sort of classification is known as kinds of sentence. And according to sense or meaning, you can classify a sentence into five main kinds. The first one is assertive sentence, second one is interrogative sentence, similarly exclamatory sentence, optative sentence, and imperative sentence. So these are kinds of sentence, and these are those categories which we have divided, which we have categorized according to the sense of sentence. Alright. So what's mean by kinds, types of sentence? Types of sentence means classification of sentence according to its structure. Now, if we classify the sentence according to its structure, उसका sense, उसका meaning कुछ भी हो, उसके स्ट्रक्चर के हिसाब से क्लासिफाई करें तो दैट क्लासिफिकेशन इज नोन एज टाइप्स ऑफ सेंटेंस. नो व्हाट्स मीन बाय क्लासिफाई अकॉर्डिंग टू स्ट्रक्चर? स्ट्रक्चर के हिसाब से क्लासिफाई करने का मतलब ये है कि आपने जो सेंटेंस लिखा है उस सेंटेंस में कितने क्लॉजेस आए हुए हैं, और जितने क्लॉजेस उस सेंटेंस में इंक्लूड हैं उनमें से कितने डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज हैं, कितने इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज हैं. इफ यू आर क्लासिफाइंग इन दिस वे, सो दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन इज नोन एज टाइप्स ऑफ सेंटेंस. सो व्हाट्स द मेन डिफरेंस बिटवीन काइंड्स एंड टाइप्स? काइंड्स में हम सेंटेंस को कैटेगराइज करते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू इट्स मीनिंग और अकॉर्डिंग टू इट्स सेंस, while in types we classify the sentence according to its structure, means according to the number and kinds of clauses. And according to structure you can classify a sentence into four main types. First one is simple sentence, second one is complex sentence, third one is compound sentence, and the fourth and last one is compound complex sentence. So these are types of sentences. Now we'll study in detail with examples. Kind of sentence की तरफ आएं. Kind of sentence में जैसे कि हमने डिस्कस किया कि we classify according to sense or meaning of sentence. So look at the first sentence. My name is Vilayat. So here you can see that there's not any question, there's not any sudden feeling or emotion, there's not any good or bad wishes. So ये एक simple sentence है. इसको उर्दू में हम बयानिया जुमला कहते हैं. My name is Vilayat, my name is Ali, I study in class 10, or I study in Baltistan University, or what do you say, we live in Pakistan. So Pakistan is an Islamic country. So all these sentences are known as assertive sentences. ये सब assertive sentences हैं. Second one is what is your name? So if somebody asks you that what is your name, so what sense will you get from that statement? Okay, the person is asking something, and that sentence is known as interrogative sentence. So interrogative sentence means all those sentences which are used to ask some question. Those sentences are known as interrogative sentence. Similarly, you can also say how are you? That's also an interrogative sentence. Where are you going? That's also an interrogative sentence. What are you doing? That's also an interrogative sentence. So जिस sentence में कोई सवाल पूछा गया हो, that sentence is known as interrogative sentence. Third one is wow, it is beautiful. So that sentence is known as exclamatory sentence because a sudden feeling is has been shown in this sentence. and those sentences are known as exclamatory sentence. So exclamatory sentence means all those sentences which are used to show some sudden feelings or emotions for someone, right? So that sentence or those sentences are known as exclamatory sentence. That's a common example. Hurrah, we won the match. That's also an exclamatory sentence. Or you can also say that, alas, he met with an accident. So you are also showing your sudden feelings, right? So all those sentences which are used to show sudden feelings or emotions, those are known as exclamatory sentence. Now come towards the fourth one. May you get success. अब इस सेंटेंस से क्या सेंस आ रहा है कि a person is showing some good wishes for someone. किसी के लिए अच्छे कलमात का इजहार करें कि may you get success. अल्लाह आपको कामयाब करें. So that sentence is known as optative sentence. So optative sentence means all those sentences which are used to show some good or bad wishes for someone. Alright, those sentences are known as optative sentence. And the fifth and last one is please pass the book to me. अब यहाँ से इस सेंटेंस से क्या सेंस शो हो रहा है कि द स्पीकर द पर्सन इज रिक्वेस्टिंग समथिंग. सो रिक्वेस्ट का सेंस आ रहा है एंड दैट सेंटेंस इज नोन एज इम्पेरेटिव सेंटेंस. सो इम्पेरेटिव सेंटेंस मीन्स इसमें सिर्फ रिक्वेस्ट ही नहीं होता बल्कि ऑल दो सेंटेंसेस विच आर यूज्ड टू शो रिक्वेस्ट, ऑर्डर, सजेशन, कमांड, एनीथिंग, ऐसे सेंटेंस को कहते हैं इम्पेरेटिव सेंटेंस. So please pass the book to me. That's an imperative sentence. So students, यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं कि ये जो जितने भी kinds of sentence हैं हर kind में sense change हो रहा है. So इस classification को कहते हैं kinds of sentence जो हमने sentence के sense के हिसाब से classify किया है. Hope you have got the point. Now come towards the types of sentences. Types of sentences means classification of sentence according to its structure. If we are classifying the sentence according to its structure, that sort of classification is known as types of sentence. And there are four main types: simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence, and compound complex sentence. So these are four types of sentences. पहले हम इसकी formulation जरा देखते हैं. Now come towards this slide. Simple sentence. Simple sentence means all those sentences which consist of only one independent clause. Which consist of only one independent clause. Those sentences are known as simple sentence. Students, यहाँ पर आपको clause की ये जो definition है ये clear होना ज़रूरी है. If you do not have any clear idea about clause, so इस पर मैंने video बनाया हुआ है. You can see that video. I will give the link in the description. आप clause की video ज़रूर देखें because if you do not have any clear understanding about clause, so it's not possible for you to understand the types of sentences. So I'll suggest you कि आप पहले clause की video ज़रूर देखें. Okay, so simple sentence means all those sentences which contains one independent clause. Compound sentence means all those sentences which contains one independent clause plus one or more dependent clauses. Those sentences are known as complex sentence. Third one is, इसको हम example के through clear करेंगे. यहाँ पर आप सिर्फ इसकी formulation देखें. Compound sentence means all those sentences which consist of two or more independent clauses. ऐसे जुमले जिसमें दो या दो से ज़्यादा independent clauses आए हुए हों. Those sentences are known as compound sentence. और ये जो compound sentence है इसमें कोई dependent clause नहीं आता. Alright, compound complex sentence, that's the last one. It means all those sentences which consist of two independent clauses plus one or more dependent clause. अब ये जो compound complex sentence है, it will be a lengthy sentence. Alright, because there must be at least 3 clauses in your sentence, जिसमें से 2 आपकी independent clause हो और एक या एक से ज़्यादा dependent clauses भी हों. अगर ऐसा कोई sentence हो तो that sentence is known as compound complex sentence. Alright, now come towards this slide once again. अब यहाँ पर आप examples देख सकते हैं कि look at the first sentence. I have many books. So here you can see that I have many books. There's only one independent clause in this sentence, in which I is the subject and have many books, there's the predicate of your sentence. So there's only one independent clause in this sentence. So this sentence is known as simple sentence. Alright, I have many books but that are very interesting. So you can see that I have many books that are very interesting. It's a single sentence, but within the single sentence two different clauses are there. कौन से दो clauses हैं? I have many books, that's the first clause of your sentence. I have many books, and this clause is an independent clause, because if I skip the second part, that are very interesting, अगर मैं सिर्फ ये लिखूँ कि I have many books, so it's giving complete sense. So this clause is known as independent clause. But the second one, that are very interesting, this clause is known as dependent clause. इसको डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज इसलिए कहते हैं बिकॉज दिस सेंटेंस इज नॉट गिविंग कंप्लीट सेंस विदाउट द फर्स्ट वन. इफ आई स्किप द फर्स्ट पार्ट, अगर मैं सिर्फ ये पार्ट लिखूँ कि दैट आर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, सो इट विल नॉट गिव कंप्लीट सेंस. सो टू कंप्लीट इट्स मीनिंग you have to write the first part. That's why this clause is known as dependent clause. So इस sentence को आप clearly देखें तो there are two different clauses are there, जिनमें से जो first one है I have many books, that's an independent clause, while the second one that are very interesting, that's a dependent clause. So it's such a sentence which contains one independent clause and one or more dependent clause. यहाँ पर मैंने समझाने के लिए सिर्फ एक ही डिपेंडेंट क्लास लिखा हुआ है, अदरवाइज देयर मे बी मोर देन वन डिपेंडेंट क्लास, एंड दो सेंटेंसेस आर नोन एज कंपाउंड कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस. Okay, so come towards the third sentence. I have many books but I do not read. So here you can see that there's once again two different clauses are there. I have many books, that's the first clause. I do not read, that's the second clause. अब दोनों को जरा अलग से फोकस करें. I have many books, it's an independent clause. If I skip the second part, अगर मैं सिर्फ ये part लिखूं कि I have many books, so it's giving complete sense. Similarly, I do not read. If I skip the first part, अगर सिर्फ मैं ये लिखूं कि I do not read, फिर भी ये पूरा मीनिंग दे रहा है. So ना ये क्लास फर्स्ट क्लास पर डिपेंड करता है, बल्कि ना ये जो फर्स्ट क्लास है ये दूसरे क्लास पर डिपेंडेंट है. दोनों इंडिपेंडेंट क्लासेस हैं. फर्स्ट वन इज आल्सो इंडिपेंडेंट एंड सेकंड वन इज आल्सो an independent clause. So it's such a sentence which contains two independent clauses, and that sentence is known as compound sentence. So there are not any dependent clause in compound sentences. Alright, and there may be more than two independent clauses in compound sentence. Now come towards the fourth one. I have many books that are very interesting but I have never read them. So in this class you can see that three different clauses are there. I have many books, that's the first clause. That are very interesting, that's the second clause. I have never read them, that's the third clause. So three clauses are there in this sentence, among which two are independent clauses and one is dependent clause. So I have many books, that's independent clause. I have many books, ये आपका इंडिपेंडेंट क्लास है. और जो लास्ट वन है आई हैव नेवर रेड देम, इट्स आल्सो इंडिपेंडेंट क्लास. बट ये जो बीच वाला सेंटेंस है क्लास है दैट आर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, दैट्स अ डिपेंडेंट क्लास. दैट आर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग बिकॉज ये जो क्लास है ये खुद से पूरा मीनिंग नहीं दे रहा. दैट आर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज अ डिपेंडेंट क्लास. सो इसमें दो इंडिपेंडेंट क्लास आए हुए हैं, फर्स्ट एंड द लास्ट वन, एंड द मिडल वन इज डिपेंडेंट क्लास. So it's such a sentence which contains two independent clauses and one dependent clause, and that sentence is known as compound complex sentence. Compound complex means which contains two independent clauses and one or more dependent clause. यहाँ पर भी मैंने सिर्फ एक ही dependent लिखा हुआ है, otherwise there may be more than one dependent clause. So students, ये जो चार different categories हैं, these are known as types of sentences. So I hope you have got a clear idea about kinds and types of sentences. Inshallah in the coming videos we will study further. यहाँ तक के लिए that's enough for today. So thank you and Allah Hafiz.